Hello YouTube. This is a video response to Kansas Kid, and I forget the title of his video, but I believe it's Silver I Want to Buy or Silver I Can't Find. Anyhow, I'll add his name to this video so he'll see it. This is a great topic. This I think the U.S. Mint could really do a lot better. I am a birder. I love birds. I have a bird guide here. I sit outside a lot. I watch my birds. I do bird photography. This is a picture of me. I got my head covered up. There's me holding some of my art behind me. There's my niece in that picture. I'm sorry I had to cover it up so much, but there's some things I had to cover up. That was her 11th birthday. I gave her a picture of a squirrel that I took, a picture of a squirrel. So I have done some wildlife photography in my time. This is the camera I used, the D5000. I still have it. I just didn't want to drag it out. Most of those pictures that are in the frames that you see, I've given away as gifts because I couldn't sell them. Here's one of the pictures of an eastern bluebird that I took. And this is back in, 2011, 2013, back in that time. I haven't done wildlife photography in quite a while, but anyhow, I just thought I'd kind of share this part of my life with y'all. So I love birds. And what kind of silver do I wish I could find? I think the U.S. Mint could take a giant hint from Canada and Australia. Canada has a wildlife series. Perth Mint, even the Royal Australian Mint does a lot of animal coins, platypus, all the caves, the koala, the kookaburra, I forget what the other one is, the emu, I'm telling you, the U.S. Mint could do so much more. I feel like they could just, this is a Canadian Eagle. I know the light's bad on it. This is a Canadian Eagle. It's a 1/2 ounce. Sorry, y'all. Lighting is really crappy tonight. It's late at night. I wanted to do this video before I went to bed because it's fresh in my mind. And after watching Kansas Kid's video, it really, like, yes. There's a lot of things. First of all, let me show you one of my favorite birds that I love to watch. This is the red-breasted nuthatch. If you ever hear one of these in the wild, they sound like a squeaky dog toy. They sound exactly like a rubber hot dog toy. If you've ever seen one, heard one of those, they sound just like that. So they have an unmistakable call, or it's not really a song, but like when they're feeding, they make that sound. That sounds just like a squeaky dog toy. So one of my favorite birds is that red-breasted nuthatch. I love birds. So, as I have stated, the U.S. Mint could do wildlife coins. They could do a songbird series. They could do a waterfowl series. And I think the people would love these things. They could even do them in 90% silver, and I think they would sell great. They don't even have to be bullion. If they made them numismatic products, and they did a different bird every year, we have kingfishers also. Kookaburra is just a kingfisher. We have the northern kingfisher here. We have them at our lake down here. When I go fishing, I see them down there feeding on fish down there all the time. I love to watch nature. My eyes is getting to the point where it's really hard for me to enjoy it nowadays, but I love nature. Grew up on a farm, as most of y'all know. So I love nature, and I think the U.S. Mint, hey, you want to keep the silver eagle, the bullion coin, that's fine. You want to keep the buffalo and the eagle as the bullion coins, that's fine. But they could do something besides besides that. If they could do quarters with the Songbird series or something like that, or they could do half-ounce silver coins in the Songbird series or something, I think it would be awesome. Uh, you know, they could really step up their quality too. I think they really could. Man, if they could just compete with the Perth Mint on the quality, the beauty of the coins, the reverse proofness like they do. Of course, the U.S. Mint would probably charge an arm and a leg if they ever come up with something like that. But I think the U.S. Mint could do a lot of things. And hey, I agree. Hey, the women's quarter series, it's important to recognize important, strong women in our community. I'm not down in none of that. That's all good stuff. And I like the National Park quarters. I've got a book right over there, the back one. I like the National Park quarters. I think that was a good idea. State quarters was a good idea. But they need to do more with bullion or silver. Like I said, they could do it with 90% silver. This video is probably going to be long. So, what else would I like to see? Yeah, I think a 5-ounce Scottsdale stacker would be awesome. I really do. That would be perfect for me. And I would buy those. You know, I would buy a 5-ounce Royal Canadian Mint 5-ounce bar because I like those. They're spendy. The 10 ounces are a little expensive. But I'm trying to think whatever else I would like. You know, they could do a coin bar series like the you know how the Perth Mint does the dragon bars or whatever. The Royal Mint does those as well. They could do a Songbird silver bar series. That would be awesome. You know, they could do a 1-ounce silver bar and put a bird on there, or they could do any wildlife. They could do, you know, North American bears or whatever. You know, that'd be a small series, but anyway. Kansas Kids video really got me thinking, and there's a lot of things I think the Mint could do. Of course, I'm just one person, and this is just my opinion. But I do love birds, and I'm a bird nut. I love to watch the birds. I've got bluebirds nesting in a nesting box right outside my house right now. And I love to sit on my little red bench and watch them. So, basically, you know, there's all kinds of things. I love that Rifleman series. I like the Commander series that Scottsdale's doing. I don't have any of them, but I guarantee you if they did Robert E. Lee, I'd buy one of those in a 5-ounce. So, you know, hey, I think there's a lot of things that, even if Scottsdale Mint would do a Songbird series, I think that would be awesome. Or do a American wildlife series, you know. I like the animal coins. I know, you know, I don't have many of the, because there's way more Australian wildlife coins. You know, the emus. I do have the quokkas. I do have one of those. So anyhow, animal coins. The U.S. Mint needs to do more animal coins. I love the Walking Liberty design. I really don't care about the Type 2 eagle on the back. It's not my favorite. I like the heraldic eagle. That's my preference. But, this is my 2 cents worth, y'all. I may not upload this till tomorrow because it's getting late. But, my 2 cents. My video response to Kansas Kids video. The silver I would like to buy. Or the silver I would like to be made, you know. Everybody has ideas. What's your idea? Because this is mine. This is Southeast Stacker. Appreciate y'all watching the channel. Appreciate all the new subs. And appreciate y'all hanging with me. This has been a boring month, really. But, because I haven't been able to stack like I would like to. But, you know, other things have to be taken care of. And stuff like that happens sometimes. Maybe we'll get us another dip and I can buy something cool next month. God bless. Stay safe. Always carry a weapon. Because you don't never know what's going to happen in this whole crazy world. Southeast Akers, we're out.